Hello, everyone. John Farrell's to a Topspin Tennis. In this video, I'm going to show you the beginner forehand. I'm going to give you several tips on how to hit this. So whether you're an adult, you're a coach looking to teach kids, this video is going to help. Enjoy. All right, before we get started, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and notification bell as well. The channel is growing, and it's because of you. Thank you so much for your support. One other thing, I'm going to be using the Topspin Pro in a lot of the tips today. Make sure you support them. This is a great teaching tool. If players are looking to improve their topspin, this is a phenomenal teaching aid. I've got a link below. I'm an ambassador for the product and I absolutely love it, so make sure you click on that as well. If you purchase the product, it's going to help the channel out. First things first, let's discuss the grip. Believe it or not, with the really young kids, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, when I'm teaching them, I really don't discuss grips. Beginner, adult, I will discuss the grip. And basically the way we find the grip is lay the racket down on the ground, and usually when you lay it down, we lay the racket on the ground. I have them get to the left of the racket if they're a righty, and just go ahead and pick it up. That's going to get them very close to either an Eastern or semi-Western grip. So that's the ideal grip when I'm teaching the forehand I like players to get into. Not a fan if they're using a Continental. I really like either the Eastern or semi-Western grip. So let's go ahead and show you just the first move that we want to teach with the forehand. And I take the racket out of their hands. We don't even use the racket. Basically what I teach players to do is just learn how to find the ball with the hand. And as you can tell, I square up to the ball nicely here. I find the ball, and once I find it, I'm going to finish up and across. So that's all I teach, especially like with the little kids. I'll tell them, hey, go ahead and just try to tap the ball, put it over the net, and touch the backpack. So it's going to be a touch the ball, touch the backpack, touch the ball, touch the backpack. That's one of the easiest ways to just learn how to find the ball. We don't discuss footwork. We don't discuss a lot of technique. It's really 2 steps. Find the ball and then touch the backpack. It's that simple. And that comes from my friend Oscar Wagner, tennisteacher.com. Phenomenal teaching method for beginners. Learn how to find the ball and touch the backpack. All right, move number 2. Once we've done that with the forehand, what we'll do is you can either do this with tossing the ball to players. I like to hand toss in these situations, or put them on the Topspin Pro. So what we're going to do is just address the ball, right? And the key is they want to try to find the ball out in front and to the side. So those are the 2 tips that I get as far as spacing and finding the ball. Is we want to make sure that we address the ball, we find it out in front, and usually when I mean by out in front, it's off this left foot. What happens sometimes with players is they get the ball too far behind them, and then they end up getting wristy with the shot. We don't want that. What we want them to do is learn how to find the ball with proper spacing. So find it to the side, and then I'll tell them to give it a ride, right? So get good spacing, find the ball to the side, and then give it a ride. So there's another tip within a tip. And once they feel comfortable with finding that ball, we get back to the basics again. So let's touch the ball and then touch the backpack. Touch the ball, touch the backpack. As players get more advanced, I may tell them to compress the ball. So compress here. We want to compress first and then lift. So it's really, we're working in 2 planes here. We're going more linear and then vertical. And that's where you get a lot of that power with the forehand, is changing the direction of that racket head. So we touch the ball and then touch the backpack. So as you can see, I'm linear and vertical at the same time with the forehand. Now in that last video, I had a full grip. If players are struggling a little bit finding the ball, what I'll have them do is just take the index finger and we'll put it right through the throat of the racket. This will shorten up this lever, and please remember that in tennis the racket head is an extension of the arm, right? This racket is basically an extension of the arm. So when I was teaching you before to find the ball with the hand, it's really, this racket is an extension of my hand. So what we do is we put the index finger through the racket. That gets a player into a strong Eastern grip by doing that. So by doing this, I can find that ball, I shorten up that lever, and it's a lot easier to find the ball, right? So touch the ball, touch the backpack. Touch the ball, touch the backpack. Here's another great tip to really hone in on that technique for beginners, and that's to touch the ball. So we're going to find that ball out in front and to the side, and then finish, right? Touch the backpack. But what I'll have them do is actually show this butt cap to their intended target. And what that does, inadvertently, players will, by doing that, is they start squaring up their hips and shoulders to the target. So now we start getting some of these rotational forces in play. So basically it's a simple concept. Touch the ball and then show the laser to your target. And hopefully they're touching that backpack as well. So there's another great tip to teach players technique without them really knowing about it, right? Show the laser to the target. All right, last tip here that I really love for teaching the beginner forehand, and that's going to be freeze tennis. Basically what we're doing, same concepts, we're going to touch the ball and touch the backpack, but what the player has to do is freeze for, you name it. You can say 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. You can have them count it out. So it looked like something like this. So they're going to toss the ball to themselves, or you can toss it, and it's going to be freeze 1, 2, 3. Same thing again. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Freeze tennis is a great way to get those players to really find that ball, hone in on that finish, and then they have to freeze and hold that stance. If they're off balance, let's say they're falling, that's really hard to freeze on. So if they have good balance as well, they'll know it when they freeze. So there you have it. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Coaches, parents, players, share this video with anyone you think that this could be valuable to. We appreciate you doing that. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much and have a great day.